Your enemies leave you no space to breathe when they're daring you to break their fucking face and make something for yourself. I'm not gonna exist around these stupid ass people trying to turn me into something I'm not. You trying to get me to talk. What you want me to talk about? What you want me to talk about? Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, let's talk about this. Why do you think they put the tree in the middle of the garden? Why do you think it was in the middle of the garden? Why would God put a tree in the middle of the garden? Why would God put it to feed these stupid ass babies, feed these bitch ass babies, same baby ass bitches I find myself captivated by today. They bitches, they babies. Don't eat from the tree in the middle of the garden, bitch. If you eat from that tree, you shall surely die. Why? Why? Because today ain't yesterday, you dumbass bitch. Every day changes. Every day changes. But your appetite remains the same. You just a rubber balloon following me around everywhere I fucking go. I gotta come up with an excuse for you to eat, you stupid ass bitch. But if you eat from the tree, then you know I'm lying, you dumbass bitch. You ain't gonna eat no more. But today ain't never been yesterday. Entropy ain't never worked backwards. How the fuck you gonna get over that problem unless the tree of good and evil? I gotta lie to the bitch. I gotta mix up the beef. Gotta mix up the beef. Tell the bitch the oil is water, right? Tell her, make her eat the shit. She ain't gonna eat it. That's why Adam was asleep. Adam is the day, right? Eve is the ass, right? Adam is the mind that says we gotta survive. Eve is the bumbling fool following him around like a stubborn donkey. That's why Eve was the one that's tempted, because that's the only bitch that matters in that situation. The tree in the middle of the garden, once you get past the halfway mark, the average says you're going downhill, right? If you use something to get something else, that thing becomes what? It accelerates, right? If I smoke weed to get off, yeah, I'm doing it to get off, but that getting off accelerates the weed. If she's using me to get rich, she's only going to become more dependent on me over time, more full of hate, because we hate what we need, don't we humans? Don't we hate what we need? We need to eat, but we hate to eat if it's different than what we saw yesterday. That's why you got to mix the bullshit up. But now if that bitch can see you doing it, then the bitch ain't going to eat. We ain't got no fucking garden. We ain't got no fucking garden, bitch, because you can't do nothing but what you did yesterday. Like, get on my fucking nerves like you did yesterday. Where's the basement gonna go? That's all I was ever been served. As long as I'm nice and good with a heavenly glow, I will have to give up some of my heavenly glow to give it to my environment so it can improve. Right. If your enemies don't leave you no space to breathe, you got to break your enemy's face. A window at least to make some space to breathe. Because them bitches ain't gonna do it. Why is there a tree in the middle of the garden? That's exactly why. Because bitches don't like to eat new shit, because bitches ain't got no brain. The wolf man, the puppet. The puppet, the wolf man, the dog, the dud, the flash dummy, the crash dummy. Don't crash to that bitch. That's why the tree is in the middle of the garden. Because you're a slave to the average your ways. The bitch don't even think. She just did what she did yesterday. That's why you got to do the music. Music confirms that. Music, I can't give this bitch no new shit. If this bitch used to eating grits, you better mash up that cauliflower and tell that bitch it's some grits. Mash it up. That's why the tree is in the middle of the garden. The reason why we fail is because we are the image of God. So when we realize that, reality melts away. You realize you're all alone. Reality melts away. You're all alone and nothing was the same. Then you just want to die. You need a buddy, right? You need a buddy. You need the tree in the middle of the garden. Don't go past the middle, because then you realize, am my cream in my coffee or my coffee in my cream? Is my cream in my coffee or my coffee in my cream? Right? Don't go past the middle of it. You forget the joy you're really chasing and start thinking you chasing money. You start thinking you chasing weed. You start thinking you chase the approval of these bitches and not the glory of the music that was getting for some above these bitches. They can't see that far up or down, however you want to label it, because I ain't one of these bitches that got to label it a certain way to eat it. That's the main primary problem. That's why it's the first thing talked about. First thing you got to do is build some shit. Learn, figure out how to make some shit for your own, right? And then next thing you got to do is convince yourself to eat that shit day in and day out. Lewis and Clark, when they was exploring their mind, they got sick of eating that goddamn salmon after a while, right? But what else are they gonna fucking eat? What the fuck are they else gonna eat? Yeah, mix that shit up. Today we got salmon cakes, there's salmon salad tomorrow, right? Figure out some spices to mix in there. It ain't even salmon no more. Now it's mock beef today. That we having, like, whatever you gotta fucking do to make that bitch eat, even if you gotta break her face to do it.